What is up, everybody? I hope everybody's having a good morning, noon, or night, wherever you may be. I apologize for not streaming lately. As most of you know, I've been packing and we've been getting ready for the move and all this stuff. And you know how it is, moving out of state, and it's on Sunday or Saturday, one of those days. But anyway, the picture you see here, it's infuriating. When George Floyd was killed, that was very infuriating for the simple fact that the cop shouldn't have done what he did. Y'all, I don't need to go into detail of all that. Y'all already know what happened. That was back when. But this man right here on the right, with a little smart ass look on his face, like nothing's gonna happen to him, took a gun. I believe the boy's name is Cannon Hinton. The guy on the right took a gun, put it up to the kid's head, point blank range, and blew his head off because he was playing in his yard. I believe they were neighbors for some time. The story, I'll try to post the link to a connected story, or to the story, I should say, in my description, maybe. I don't know. You can search it for yourself. Y'all are pretty smart. It should be getting close to being all over the news. But where's the outrage? Where are all the political outrage? Where's all the human outrage? Where's all the looting, rioting? Where's all that at? Doesn't it fit your agenda? Kind of sounds like it. Doesn't fit the agenda of the radical left, right? Doesn't it sound like that? Sounds like it to me. Despite all that, as a father myself, I can tell you one thing, that the man he wouldn't be sitting there with a shit-eating grin on his face and an orange jumpsuit on. He wouldn't have made it that far. That's all I'm gonna say. You take the life of my kid, you're paid for. Simple as that. But I digress. I don't understand why ABC, CBS, MSNBC, fake news CNN, why they're not jumping on stuff like this. Things that should actually matter, especially when it comes to the children of our country. First off, where's the outrage? Where is it? No fucking where to be found. And this is what pisses me off about this country. You can make a criminal like George Floyd a martyr. And let me say something before people go off the handle. What happened to George Floyd shouldn't have happened. That cop used excessive force. He shouldn't have killed that man. But let's face reality. Let's face facts. George Floyd was a criminal. He had drugs in his system. People lie, but the evidence does not. But they made that man a martyr. You get that? Made him a martyr. Again, I didn't know George Floyd, but he did not deserve the way to die the way he did. No, he was still a human being despite all that. He was still a human being, and probably a good human being. Things of his past caught up with him. Probably were still catching up with him, and finally got him. But at the same time, he didn't deserve to die like he did. But I'm not going to emphasize so much on that. Y'all know the story. But what about this kid who had a gun pointed to his head, point blank range? No outcry, no outrage, nothing, no news coverage. Kind of makes you wonder a little bit, doesn't it? Really let it sink in about how things are with the mainstream media, sensationalism, and all that stuff. Think about it. It's just hurtful to read stuff about this, especially in innocent children. I think we can all agree on that this is a painful time that we live in. Very painful time. And executing children, like all the violence that's going on in this country is unnecessary. It's unreal. It's the worst it's been. We just live in shitty times, man. But to execute children, I don't care if it was black, white, it doesn't matter. But people are going to come to me, and they have come to me, Oh, well, we've been oppressed for... No, I don't give a shit how long you've been oppressed. I didn't oppress you. I don't want to hear your story. The only reason this man did this, and I'm pretty sure this is the reason, is because of the hate that's in everybody's hearts and because of the times we live in right now. Because everything has been so sensationalized, and it's just media covers things that only fuel anger in people and doesn't do anything to put us at ease. This was probably the problem. In fact, I know it was a problem. I'm 100% right, this is the fucking problem. Because of everything going on, there's already so much tension, you could cut it with a knife. So he's like, oh, let me just go kill this white kid. I mean, face it, man. I'm going to call a spade a spade. That's just how I am. If this probably wouldn't have happened 6 months ago, a year ago. Because no one had that tension. There's systemic racism, of course. You think that's going to go away because of who's in office? Then you're dead fucking wrong. We're not progressing as a country anymore. We never have. In fact, we're rolling the dice. We're rolling the clock. We're going backwards, if anything. All this Black Lives Matter, I think they're I think that institution is a joke. You can't be progressive if you want sedition. If you want to turn the country against itself, you're not doing anything. Those leaders weren't, and half the people are criminals that are in that institution. Do your homework. I can give you statistics if you want them. But we as a country are a joke. We're going backwards. We're not progressing. All this stuff like you see in the media here, all it is just fueling rage. We're already tense. We're already frustrated because most of us have to stay inside. We can't do anything. So any reason to go outside and start a mess they're opportunist, Marxist. But when it comes down to it, this is bullshit. This is complete utter bullshit. A child that didn't do any, a 5-year-old kid shot, murdered, publicly executed in the United States of America. Where do we live? Where do we live? Do we live in a third world country? This country is becoming a third world country. Look how we're acting. This isn't a color thing. We're all acting like a bunch of fucking animals. If we don't come to terms, nobody's going to get along. But if we don't come to a somewhat similar ground, we're going to destroy our fucking selves, man. And we've already begun that trend. It has begun. When we keep saying everything's got to be color-based and shit, this country is continually separating itself. We're supposed to be a union, and we're so divided. And it's never going to stop. I don't give a damn who's in office, who's the president of the United States. It doesn't fucking matter. You can have Trump, Biden, you can have the next Joe. It doesn't fucking matter. You can't please a crowd that's already pissed off. But my point here is, my focal point is, why is this situation not in the mainstream media? And I honestly know the answer, but I'm asking y'all, why is this shit not in the news? Oh, George Floyd shit was all over the fucking news. It was so race motivated. They did background checks on people. They said, oh, well, this cop worked in the same nightclub that he worked in. But they're doing nothing about this because they don't care. It doesn't fit an agenda, so they don't give a damn. Thank you and good night.